Hello, Aries. Your guides are speaking to you loud and clear. You've got communication from intergalactic councils, from ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters. You're receiving major downloads. You're seeing things, you're hearing things, and these messages are coming to you in the form of number sequence, but predominantly through experience, people's actions, the way that they're showing up in your experience. This is how your guides are communicating with you. The messages that are meant to find you are finding you in these types of ways. You might be feeling really overwhelmed, overstimulated, but Spirit is saying that there is an important message. There is something that you don't want to see. There is something that you don't want to hear. It is in your face, it is right in front of you, but there is something that you're avoiding. Maybe because you're afraid that you don't know, what do I do with this? Or am I equipped? Or perhaps you think you need more time, or you're second guessing yourself and you're wondering, am I imagining this? I need more confirmation. I think this is your confirmation. Okay. So if you've been guided, you feel drawn to this message, this is some communication from these beautiful energies, ascended masters, your spirit guides, your angel guides, to bring you confirmation and clarity. Right. If you're new to my channel, I'm High Priestess Elif, and I welcome you to evolve with me. For those of you returning, welcome back. It's always good to have you here. I'm welcoming you all in. This is a sacred space. And I always ask and trust that you welcome your guides and keepers into the space. Ask them to guide you through the reading. Trust your own guidance system. If the message resonates, claim it without a doubt. If it doesn't resonate, leave it. It's for someone else, or perhaps you're just not ready for it right now. And if it triggers, that is where your work begins. But it's time for you, Aries, to believe in yourself, to have the courage to face all truth, especially what's being highlighted about you, because you are being called. You are being called to ascension here. And there are some characteristics, some behaviors, some habits, some beliefs, some tendencies that are like shackles, and you need to set yourself free from them. Okay, so I'm going to just take a look at what this message is about for you. I want to look at what it is that you may not be seeing right now, or may be avoiding, what the blind spot is, why, and how does it serve you, and what sort of outcome can you expect with regards to this. And then at the end of the reading, I want to look at some of the zodiac signs that pop out to me and their feelings for you. Okay. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. I give thanks to my guides and keepers and your guides and keepers for giving me access to your energy so that I can interpret these messages for you with clarity from a place of love. Let's begin. All right. So we've got the Eight of Swords, and this is what your message is about. Okay. You've been receiving communication, and your guides have been speaking to you through the people around you, not only through downloads. They're saying that they're vividly communicating with you certain truths about yourself and about your environment, and about where you're headed, what uh, contributes to and serves you in your spiritual calling. They're also showing me that you're moving forward, you're moving towards something. You are answering a call, meaning you have a calling on your life. You are embarking upon a mission, your soul's mission, and there are certain things that weigh you down or that are hindering you. And so they're communicating with you through animating conversations, behaviors of people around you, so that it's in your face and it's loud and clear, and you're still not listening. That is what this message is about. This is about your purpose and your passion. Okay. What is it? What else do they want you to know about this? Thank you, Spirit. So, something's happened recently that's really left you feeling abandoned or left you feeling unwelcome in a space that you have found great comfort in before. This could be a relationship, this could be family, this could be your circle, your community. For those of us who have a calling upon our souls, a mission, for those of us who have come here with a purpose greater than ourselves, when we have been chosen by our ancestors, our guides, or ascended masters for a particular purpose or mission, it's often bigger than the people in your life or in your world are able to process or understand. Your family, your lovers, your friends are going to see you in relation to them. People see you through the lens that is them. So I see you as my friend. I see you as an extension of me. I see you as my son. I see you as an extension of me. I see you as my partner, and I see you as an extension of me. And what happens is there's really a capacity to love and see the person as an individual unconditionally and independent of our hopes and dreams for that relationship. And when you have a calling that you answer to, that when you go through spiritual awakenings and ascension, it's not about those people and they struggle. So I want you to know, Aries, that you're going to keep ascending. And there are people in your life that are struggling to keep up already. And you've not even gone that deep. You've not even traveled that far or ascended uh, into the spaces to the extent that you are going to, that you are being guided. And already you're feeling a sense of abandonment and being a lack of support. You're feeling left out in the cold. And someone in your life or people in your life are feeling left out in the cold. They're afraid that they're going to get left behind because of your growth. And you're feeling the loneliness, the lack of support because they're not on your level. And you're wondering, is this what it's going to be like? Is this what it's always going to be like? It doesn't have to be. And no, it is not what it's always going to be like. What is the why? Why is this happening? And what is the purpose here for you? What is the purpose? How does this serve, Aries? Hmm. The Hermit. You are a wayfinder, all right? Deeply spiritual being. You have come here with a lot of wisdom. And the next part of your journey is one that you have to embark on your own. That's why you have this land. And there are going to be others who are going to come on your path who are going to meet with you on their journey, and you're going to shed a light. But the hermit is an independent journey. The hermit goes into the mountains, goes visits ancient places, sleeps under the stars, and communes only with source, with spirit. This is about your calling. There are truths that you are being prepared for, that you are going to discover on your journey, so that you can share this light and help others to find their way to this ancient truths and ancient wisdom and knowledge. It is about ascending to higher levels of commitment on your spiritual journey. And it's about welcoming a tribe, those into your life that are committed to their own spiritual journey, to their relationship with Source and the divine. And together you ascend to a different kind of commitment to what you've known. You're going through a transformation. And it feels like the way Spirit is showing it to me, it's like rocks on the hill, or on the mountainside, uh, uh, coming undone or dislodging, uh, um, and they're rolling down, and it looks out of control, um, and it appears to be creating chaos, and it could be dangerous. It's just this feeling of free falling, and that's what your journey feels like. But you will not be able to prevent yourself from taking that next leap, from moving towards your passions. You're showing up as the knight in the energy of the Knight of Wands. This is about your passion. This is about you taking action towards things that inspire you. And Spirit is saying the reason why you feel, why your life feels a little bit like a mountain that's always been steady and stable, and suddenly it's coming apart, and these pieces are falling, rolling off the side, and it just seems like chaos, is because you've wanted, or perhaps that's what you want now, is to be steady and to be still. But things are only going to start moving faster. Things are going to continue changing. You're going to continue moving. I'm surprised I don't see the Chariot here, because I'm definitely feeling the Chariot energy. Spirit says you're an adventurer, and certain people in your life want you to stand still for their benefit, but that's not going to happen. And it's being communicated with you loud and clear through their actions and their behaviors, and you're turning a blind eye. What's the outcome going to be here? Okay, I've got the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. Look at the energy of this card. Spirit is communicating with you loud and clear. And the outcome here is that the more you refuse to listen, the more you only pay attention to what you want to, the more you keep avoiding and avoiding and avoiding, the more stuck you're going to feel, the more blindsided you're going to feel, the more bound you're going to feel, and it's just an illusion. And this is the message that Spirit is wanting to say. Aries, the reason why you're doing this, the reason why you have imprisoned yourself, bound yourself, not really, it's an illusion, but the reason why you are doing what you are doing is because you do not yet believe that you deserve and can have more. You do not yet embrace and fully believe what you are destined for. So it is going to be revealed to you slowly. But as your purpose reveals itself to you, and as you are pulled and called to these different spaces and places, these things are going to have to fall away sooner or later. You see, the moon at the bottom of the bottom of the deck. The moon is the energy of someone that is avoidant of their shadows. You are going to have to do your shadow work because the spirit is showing me this push and pull that's taking place within you. And you are going to be guided towards doing your shadow work. Okay. Now let's take a look at the zodiacs and their feelings for you. Okay. How they feel about you. If you're interested in someone's feelings for you, then just follow the zodiacs, the signs, until you get to those people. Okay. So let's start with Gemini. How does Gemini feel about Aries? Gemini's feelings for Aries. Thank you. Gemini feels guarded when it comes to you. They feel like they don't have enough, like they're not enough for you, or as though you're not enough for them. It could go either way depending on who you are. Okay, take it as it resonates, but they're feeling guarded. And that's a feeling of being selfish, right? Not open. This person, Gemini, is not open. All right. Cancer. How does Cancer feel about Aries? Cancer feels determined to work, to do whatever work is necessary to be able to be with you, to be worthy of you, to make this relationship work. Okay? Leo. How does Leo feel about Aries? There's this feeling of being defeated, feeling of that they can't fight anymore. They can't keep doing the same things that they're doing. Leo is afraid that they're repeating a cycle with you. Okay, so there's this sense of I'm defeated when it comes to Aries. Okay, let's move on to Libra. Libra, how does Libra feel about Aries? Libra wants a commitment. Libra wants to offer you a higher level of commitment in your relationship, wants to give you something more solid. Okay. Virgo, how does Virgo feel about Aries? Virgo feels that you're their wish fulfillment. Okay, that you're everything that they want, that you are an emotionally safe space. Okay, Scorpio, how does Scorpio feel about Aries? That you're their divine counterpart. And at the same time, Scorpio thinks that you have a tendency to be stuck and stubborn. Okay, but they still feel like this is a very divine connection. Sagittarius, how does Sagittarius feel about Aries? There's a feeling of reunion and reconciliation here, like a deeper understanding. There's a feeling of resolving issues. So they definitely want to resolve and have more clarity with you, resolve any confusion or misunderstandings that you might have had in the past. Capricorn, how does Capricorn feel about Aries? Competition. It doesn't feel like a healthy connection or healthy union. It feels out of balance. Capricorn feels like your relationship is out of balance and that it's a little bit toxic. Okay, it's a toxic relationship. Pisces. How does Pisces feel about Aries? They feel like this is an opportunity for something that can grow, but they're going to feel things out with you because an opportunity is only what you make of it. Okay, so Aries, how does Aries feel about Aries? There is a feeling of not wanting to put up with anything negative, anything toxic, or any nonsense. There's a feeling of setting up boundaries here. So Aries is feeling that it's time to set boundaries, okay, in this relationship. Taurus, how does Taurus feel about Aries? Taurus wants to take a leap of faith with you, feels like they feel positive about this. They feel like uh, there's a carefree energy around the connection with you, which is quite nice. Aquarius. How does Aquarius feel about Aries? Aquarius feels like they see you clearly for the first time. They've got a new opinion about who you are and your relationship, and they're feeling really empowered by that. Okay, so now you know the feelings of all whoever you might be dealing with. Aries, that is your message. At the end of the day, you are going to be guided to what is meant for you. You will never miss that. Sometimes we have a tendency to make it a little harder than it needs to be. Um, Relationships have to evolve in uh, their respective ways, and sometimes we're so attached to making them fit something that we had in mind, and eventually it just becomes uncomfortable enough for us to finally accept that it needs to move in a different direction. What I know from personal experience is when you have a calling and you're sort of avoiding it, life becomes really, really uncomfortable and unbearable, and you don't need to make that choice. Okay? Trust your guidance. All right. And if you'd like to get spiritual guidance, spiritual support, if you'd like to get a reading, to take a closer look at your situation, to get some clarity or specific questions answered, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you do, do what is best for you, love and light. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.